Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Sleepy Scientist Zone. Have you ever wondered how your body knows the world, even before your thoughts begin to form words? Take a slow, easy breath and imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a quiet forest just after dawn. The light is soft, the air is cool, and the world feels freshly drawn, as if someone painted it moments before you arrived. As you breathe in, notice how you already understand so much, even without trying. You sense the chill on your skin, the hushed glow of light touching your eyes, the earthy scent rising from the ground. All of this understanding happens instantly, gently, like a silent conversation between you and the universe. And it all begins with your senses. Tonight, we drift into that symphony of sensation, the effortless way your body interprets touch, light, sound, smell, taste, and many other hidden signals. This is a journey into mindful science, relaxing science, slow science for the quiet, a soft exploration of how you become aware of the world and how the world becomes aware of you. Take another slow breath. Let your shoulders fall a little. Let your mind settle like snowflakes drifting onto still water. You don't need to focus sharply. Just listen and let the imagery unfold around you. Imagine the forest again. You're not thinking about the scent of pine or the coolness of the breeze. You are simply feeling it. And somewhere deep inside your brain, millions of tiny signals are traveling silently, delivering stories about the world, shaping your reality moment by moment. In this gentle chapter, let us linger within this first mystery, the quiet miracle of sense. Before we dive into the five senses you know so well, and before we venture into the lesser known senses hidden within your body, we start here with the simple question of how your body even begins to understand anything at all. Imagine walking barefoot on soft sand. You feel the grainy warmth beneath your feet. You don't need to analyze it. You don't tell yourself, this sand is warm because the sun heated it. You simply know that knowing rises effortlessly, like a melody played by an orchestra you cannot see. Each grain of sand presses against your skin, and millions of tiny receptors fire off signals far too fast for you to perceive individually. To you, it feels like a single moment, a single sensation. But inside, it's a symphony of activity, the quiet electrical whisper of neurons passing messages from your skin to your spine, from your spine to your brain, and from your brain to the part of you that says, "Ah, warm sand. I understand." Take a deep breath again, slowly filling your lungs. As the air travels through you, notice how sensing is not just something you do, it's something that happens to you through you, around you. Your senses are not passive windows, they are active storytellers. They constantly interpret, translate, and reconstruct reality. They turn invisible energy into meaning. Light becomes color, vibrations become sound, chemicals floating in the air become memories of childhood kitchens or oceanside evenings. Pressure becomes comfort, temperature becomes safety. Even the position of your body in space becomes a quiet guiding compass. As you breathe out, imagine these transformations happening all the time, effortlessly, without your awareness. That is the beauty of the sensory world. It is both deeply complex and wonderfully gentle. Take another breath. Let's slow the moment even more. Think about a single drop of water falling onto your hand. You expect it to feel cold or warm, smooth or sharp. But before your thoughts arrive, before you even name the experience, your body already understands it. The water strikes the skin and creates a tiny ripple of pressure. Your receptors respond instantly. Little bursts of electricity race along nerves, at remarkable speeds, traveling like fireflies moving through a midnight landscape. These signals reach your brain, and your brain, calm, ancient, endlessly capable, weaves them into meaning, not a technical meaning, but a lived one, the cool, fleeting touch of water. It happens so quickly that you may think sensing is simple, but sensing is one of the most intricate symphonies your body performs, blending millions of tiny data points into one effortless perception. Slow science reminds us to appreciate that the gentle, layered complexity behind the sensations we take for granted. As you breathe deeply again, imagine yourself sitting beside a quiet stream. The water flows slowly, its surface shimmering with reflections of soft golden light. Listen to the sound of the water in your mind, gentle, rhythmic, soothing. Notice how even imagining a sensation can evoke a response. Your brain is so deeply tied to the world of sensory storytelling that even thoughts can become sensory experience. Visualization is not pretend. It is a quieter form of sensing, a gentle echo of the external world within your internal landscape. In this calm space, let your mind float as we reflect together. Your senses are not just tools for survival, they are gateways to understanding, to memory, to emotion. They guide you, comfort you, and shape your awareness of reality. Without them, the world would be silent, formless, and dark. But because of them, your experience is rich and full. Because of them, you know warmth and coolness, music and silence, color and shadow. You know sweetness and bitterness, softness and roughness, stillness and motion. This chapter gently opens the door to all that. It reminds us how extraordinary it is simply to feel, to be a living being capable of understanding the world through the language of sensation. Take another slow, comfortable breath. Feel the air passing through you, rising and falling with steady rhythm. Let each breath remind you of this quiet miracle, that you exist, that you perceive, that the world reaches you through 1,000 tiny channels of awareness. As this chapter comes to a close, let's end with a moment of reflection. Let your breathing soften. Let your attention drift like leaves on calm water. Think about the sensations around you right now, the temperature of the air, the weight of your body where you sit or lie, the faint sounds in your environment. Let yourself notice them not with analysis but with gentle curiosity. Let them pass through you like a soft breeze. In the next chapter, we will begin our slow and mindful journey through the senses themselves, starting with the most delicate of all, the nature of touch. But for now, rest in this quiet awareness, the beginning of the symphony of your senses. 2. The whisper of touch. Touch is the first sense you ever knew, long before sight opened its gentle window, long before sound unfurled its quiet echoes. Touch is ancient, patient, and endlessly wise. So take a slow breath and settle softly into this moment as we wander deeper into the quiet landscape of your senses. Imagine your body as a world wrapped in a living, breathing shoreline. Your skin, it is the boundary where you meet existence, where everything the universe offers must first arrive. Every breeze, every raindrop, every embrace, every soft brush of fabric passes through this endlessly attentive surface. Your skin is a storyteller, gathering tiny details from the world and translating them into meaning. Take another breath, slow and easy. As you exhale, imagine the air gliding over your skin, gentle, barely there. This simple feeling is the beginning of understanding touch. Touch begins with receptors, but tonight, let's not think of them as scientific structures. Instead, Imagine them as tiny, patient guardians, living just beneath the surface of your skin. Millions of them stand quietly, waiting to interpret your world. Some are devoted to pressure, others to warmth, others to the faintest vibration, and others still to pain, a necessary messenger reminding you to protect yourself. These guardians work together, not loudly or urgently, but with a calm, harmonious rhythm. When something brushes your skin, they respond with little sparks of electrical whispers, sending messages along narrow pathways to your brain. These signals travel so quickly that by the time you become aware of a sensation, the journey of interpretation has already been completed. Touch is not just about contact, it is about connection. Imagine dipping your hand into warm water. At the surface, everything seems simple: warm water, soft waves, gentle immersion. But inside, a quiet miracle unfolds. Receptors tuned to warmth awaken gently, telling your brain, this is safe, this is soothing, this is warm. Pressure receptors murmur. Your hand is enveloped, cradled by water. Movement receptors sense the swirling patterns around your fingers, shaping the experience further. Your brain receives these signals and paints the sensation into one seamless moment, the comforting embrace of warm water. Not a thousand fragmented bits of information, one soft, unified feeling. Take a moment now and imagine that warmth on your hand. Let the sensation travel through your imagination. Notice how even a thought can mimic touch, as if your mind carries a memory of warmth within it. Touch is the sense most closely tied to emotion. A soft blanket, a gentle hand, a warm cup of tea held between your palms. Each of these sensations becomes more than physical contact. They become feelings, memories, comfort. Your brain blends the physical and emotional into a single soothing experience. Take a breath, let your shoulders drop a little more. Relax the muscles in your face. Feel the subtle weight of gravity drawing you toward stillness. Even the sensation of your own body resting is a quiet poem written by touch. Now imagine yourself walking slowly along a quiet beach. Your feet sink gently into the sand with each step. The grains shift and cradle your soles. The wind brushes your arms in soft strokes. A faint warmth from the setting sun settles onto your skin like a comforting hand. These sensations come together to create a moment that feels complete, peaceful, and real. And yet each part of this moment is built from countless signals. Touch, in all its forms, creates the foundation of your physical experience. The world becomes tangible because your skin translates it into feeling. Take another deep, slow breath and imagine something even more delicate: the flutter of a butterfly landing softly on your forearm. You might not even feel the butterfly's weight, too light, too gentle, but your skin detects the air displaced by its wings, the tiniest change in pressure, the faint tickle of movement. Your body knows something is there, whispering quietly, gently, patiently. Touch is also balance and present. When you close your eyes and feel the ground beneath you, your body knows where you stand. It knows the position of your limbs, the angle of your spine, the distribution of weight. This inner sense, the awareness of your body in space, is another quiet branch of touch. Without it, you would float unanchored, uncertain of your own position in the world. Even now, as you listen, your body is constantly sensing the pressure of the surface beneath you, the subtle shift of your breathing, the faint brushing of clothing. These sensations guide you, center you, ground you, Take a moment to notice the feeling of your breath moving your body, the rise and fall, soft and steady. This too is touch, the internal embrace of motion and presence. Touch can be soothing, grounding, healing. A hand placed gently on your shoulder can ease tension faster than words. A soft blanket can quiet your thoughts after a long day. Even the simple act of placing your hand on your heart can calm your nervous system, sending a message of safety through your body. Imagine doing that now, gently placing a hand on your chest, feeling the warmth beneath your palm, feeling your heartbeat, slow and steady, like a quiet drum keeping time. This is your inner symphony. Touch makes it known to you. Every sensation you experience, a breeze, a hug, a soft pillow, is a reminder that you exist in the world and the world exists around you. Touch anchors you to the present moment. Take another breath, deeper this time. Let the exhale melt away a little more of any tension you may still be holding. Feel the air glide past your lips. Feel the rhythm of stillness settling over you. Touch also tells stories of your environment. A smooth stone, a rough tree trunk, the crispness of a winter wind, the warmth of sunlight on your back. These sensations let you read the world like a book written in texture and temperature. Each object you touch shares a small piece of its identity with you, and your skin translates that identity into experience. Touch is also protective, alerting you when something is too hot, too sharp, too intense. It is your constant guardian, always watching, always ready to warn you. But even these alerts come with remarkable gentleness before they rise into urgency. Your senses whisper long before they shout. As you breathe, imagine your skin as a vast interconnected forest, each tree a receptor, each path a nerve, each signal a firefly traveling toward the quiet seat of your awareness. The forest is alive, whispering, shimmering, communicating in silence, and you, the one who experiences it, are the soft center of this living world. Let yourself settle into that image. The forest, the fireflies, the gentle guidance of touch. Take a final slow breath as we bring this chapter to a quiet close. Feel the air as it enters, feel it as it leaves. Feel the simple, profound sensation of being present. In the next chapter, we will wander into another world of sensing, the world of sound, a world shaped not by contact, but by vibration and resonance. But for now, rest gently in the awareness of your skin, your body, and the soft symphony of touch surrounding you. 3. The gentle music of sound. Before anything else, take a soft, unhurried breath in and out. Feel the quiet around you. Feel the stillness settling like morning mist. And now, begin to imagine a world made of vibration, a universe where every moment hums with a silent rhythm. Sound is the sense that lets you feel the world without touching it. It reaches you from far away, across mountains, across oceans, across rooms and memories. You don't have to move toward it. Sound comes to you. It travels through the air, through water, through the ground, through the spaces between atoms. It is the most delicate traveler in your everyday life. Tonight, we step gently into that world, the world of sound, the world of vibration, the world of resonance. Take another slow breath. As you inhale, imagine the air around you, stirring with invisible ripples. As you exhale, imagine those ripples growing softer, gentler, like distant waves fading into the horizon. Picture yourself sitting beside a quiet lake just after sunset. The water is smooth and glass-like. Now imagine you drop a single pebble into the still surface. Ripples bloom outward in perfect circles, spreading wider and wider until they touch the edges of the shore. This is how sound works. Every sound, a whisper, a heartbeat, a sigh, creates ripples in the world, waves of energy flowing outward in all directions. These waves are so subtle, so delicate, that we often forget how miraculous they are. A vibration begins, and suddenly the world becomes audible. You understand. You feel not through your skin, but through the tiny, exquisite structures inside your ears. Take another breath. Let the rhythm quiet your thoughts. Imagine a small bird singing in the branches above the lake. The sound begins, deep in its tiny chest, a vibration rising through its throat. That vibration travels into the air, creating ripples that move outward. You cannot see them, but they reach you, brushing against your ears with the gentlest touch. Inside your ear, there is a hidden world, a world shaped like a seashell spiraling inward, filled with delicate hairs that sway like underwater grasses. When sound waves arrive, these tiny hairs dance, they bend, and their movement sends signals into your brain where vibration becomes meaning. The bird is singing, the water is stirring, the wind is whispering, all because your brain can turn movement into music. Sound is not just heard, it is interpreted. Take another breath. Listen, not with urgency, but with curiosity. Notice the sounds around you wherever you are. Maybe it's faint traffic in the distance. Maybe the hum of a fan. Maybe your own breath. Each sound has traveled on waves just to reach you. Even silence has its own soft hum. Now imagine walking through a quiet forest path. The leaves rustle beneath your feet. Each step makes a sound, a small crackle, a soft crunch. These aren't just noises, they are tiny signatures of the world interacting with you. Your presence creates vibration, and vibration becomes sound. In this forest, picture a gentle breeze flowing through the branches above. The leaves tremble as the air moves past them. They rustle with a soothing, delicate harmony. The forest is speaking through sound, telling you how alive it is. Take a slow breath again. Let your awareness drift with these imagined sounds. Sound also carries emotion. A lullaby can ease a restless night. A familiar voice can soften loneliness. A simple hum can comfort you without needing words. The vibrations themselves hold meaning, and your brain translates that meaning into feeling. Even the tone of someone's voice, soft or sharp, warm or distant, reveals intention. Without thinking, you understand these subtle cues. Your ears are constantly reading the emotional atmosphere through the music of speech. Imagine now a soft voice calling your name, not loudly, not urgently, just gently, like a friend standing a few steps behind you. That simple sound can create a sense of comfort, belonging, warmth, a vibration shaped into meaning. Sound also shapes memory. A certain melody can pull you back to a chapter of your life you thought you'd forgotten. A childhood song, the call to dinner, the hum of a ceiling fan in your grandmother's house. These zones are anchors, tying you gently to moments that live deep within you. Take another breath. Feel how even this moment has a sound, the faintest rhythm of your inhale and exhale. Now imagine yourself sitting in a quiet room, holding a small tuning fork. When you strike it gently, it vibrates with a pure, clear tone. That vibration travels through your fingers, your ears, the air around you. You can feel the sound as much as hear it. This is the magic of vibration. It moves through matter, through you, through the world. The tuning fork reminds us that all sound is movement. Even your voice begins as a vibration shaped by your breath. When you speak, your vocal cords flutter together hundreds of times per second. Each vibration becomes a wave, Each wave becomes a sound. Each sound becomes communication. Take a slow breath. Notice how the air itself is part of this process. Without air, there would be no sound at all. Sound also has weight, not physical weight, but emotional weight. A gentle knock on the door feels different from a loud one. A soft melody feels different from a sudden shout. The body reacts instinctively because sound is tied deeply to your nervous system. It signals safety. It signals danger. It signals proximity and distance. But tonight we stay within the gentlest side of sound, the quiet vibrations that soothe rather than startle. Imagine lying beneath a soft rainstorm. Raindrops fall on the roof above you, tapping like fingers on a drum. Each drop creates a tiny sound, and those sounds blend into a calming rhythm. Rain becomes music. Music becomes comfort. Your body relaxes without effort, guided by the sound of falling water. Take another breath. Let that imagined rainfall wash over your thoughts. Sound shapes connection. Think of two people sitting together in silence. Nothing is spoken, but each can hear the other breathing slowly, calmly. Even without speech, the soft rhythm of breath becomes its own conversation, a shared awareness, a gentle presence. Even the absence of sound can be meaningful. Silence creates space. Silence holds emotion. Silence invites reflection. Silence is the pause between notes that makes the music complete. Now take a moment to listen, truly listen, to the space around you, not to identify sounds, but simply to notice them as waves passing through your awareness. Let them rise, let them fall, let them exist without needing to be named. As this chapter draws to a soft close, take one more slow, deep breath. Feel the air fill you gently. Let it go with ease. Let your awareness settle into the sound of your own body, the breath, the heartbeat, the subtle movement. These are the quietest sounds you will ever hear, yet they are the most constant. In the next chapter, we will step into the world of sight, the delicate dance of light and perception. But for now, rest in the soft music of existence and let the gentle symphony of sound carry you into stillness. 4. The poetry of light. Take a slow, gentle breath. Let it rise softly and drift quietly out. As your body settles into stillness, imagine the world around you slowly brightening, as though dawn itself is approaching in a quiet, graceful sweep. This is where our journey leads tonight, into the delicate realm of sight, the poetry of light, the soft artistry through which your mind paints the world. Sight is often the loudest of the senses, not in volume but in presence. It fills your awareness so fully that you may forget how finely crafted it truly is, a blend of physics and perception, energy and imagination. But tonight, we approach sight as something gentler, something slower, something as calm as the glow of a lantern on a foggy evening. Take another deep breath in and imagine a small stream at dawn. The water reflects the softest colors: pale rose, muted gold, a touch of lavender lingering in the sky. The world is hushed. Nothing moves quickly. The sunlight begins as a whisper. Sight begins with light, and light begins its journey long before it reaches you. The photons that touch your eyes might have left the sun 8 minutes ago. The light from distant stars may have traveled thousands of years. When you see light, you are witnessing history, the quiet arrival of ancient travelers. Imagine the first rays of morning brushing your face. You don't feel them as touch. Not exactly, but they awaken something inside you. They tell your body it is time to rise, time to breathe a little deeper, time to exist within a new day. Your eyes open to this gentle invitation. Light enters your eyes not as color, but as energy. Your delicate retina waits like a living canvas, and tiny receptors, rods and cones, awaken to translate the language of light. But keep the science soft for now. Instead, Imagine these receptors as tiny lantern keepers, each one holding a small flame that flickers alive when light arrives. They whisper messages forward, like gentle notes in a song. Your brain reads these whispers and transforms them into the world you know, not just objects, but depth, not just brightness, but meaning, not just color, but emotion. Take a moment to imagine your favorite color. See it not as a flat image, but as a feeling. Let it fill your inner world softly, warmly. Maybe it's the deep blue of twilight, the warm amber of late afternoon sun, the green of a forest after rain. Notice how simply imagining color can stir something within you: calmness, curiosity, comfort. Another breath, slow, steady. Sight is not merely seeing, it is interpreting. Everything you look at is shaped by your memories, your experiences, your expectations. When you see a familiar landscape, your brain fills in details you don't consciously notice. When you see a stranger's face, your mind searches gently for patterns, warmth, intent, familiarity. Imagine walking through a quiet meadow at sunrise. The tall grass sways gently, each blade catching the light in a different way. The air is cool, mist floats in thin strands above the ground. As the light slowly expands across the meadow, the world seems to awaken in slow motion. Shadows stretch, colors brighten, shapes come alive. Sight gives you this moment, not as raw data, but as beauty. Now imagine a single leaf falling from a tree. Watch how it glides effortlessly, carried by the wind. It tilts, spins slowly, dips, then rises. Your eyes follow it, but your mind does more than track motion. It feels the softness of the descent, the peaceful surrender of the leaf drifting to the earth. Sight creates narrative. It turns movement into meaning. Take another slow breath. Notice how images form naturally in your mind, even without effort. Your brain does not simply receive the world, it builds the world. The light entering your eyes is only the beginning. Your mind fills in the edges, interprets the shadows, enhances the colors, and connects everything into a coherent scene. You are not a passive observer, you are an artist, always painting reality stroke by stroke. Now imagine closing your eyes in that meadow. Even with no light, your mind still sees shapes, colors, faint impressions dancing behind your eyelids. These are the echoes of sight. Your brain continues to create, even in darkness. Another soft breath. Sight is full of subtleties. The way light reflects differently from water than from stone. The way shadows soften when the sky is cloudy. The way distant mountains fade into a bluish haze. You may not consciously think about these details, but your senses gather them, your mind interprets them, and your experience becomes richer without you ever trying. Imagine standing at the shore as daylight fades. The sky shifts from gold to rose to violet. The horizon softens. The sea catches the last hints of color and sends them shimmering across its surface. This gentle transition, dusk moving into night, is a gift of sight, a slow transformation that invites quiet reflection. Take a slow breath. Let it out gently. Sight not only reveals beauty, it also shapes your perception of safety. A warm, well-lit space can soothe you. A dimly lit room can make you cautious. Light influences mood in ways you might not fully recognize. Soft candlelight calms, harsh brightness sharpens, moonlight softens. Every quality of light speaks a different emotional language. Imagine a lantern glowing softly in a quiet room. The shadows move gently as the flame flickers. The world feels smaller, safer, more intimate. Your breath slows naturally. Your mind becomes quieter. This is the power of light, not just to illuminate, but to shape emotion. Now imagine walking into an open field at night. Above you, the sky unfolds like an endless tapestry. Stars scatter across the dark expanse, each one a distant flame. The Milky Way stretches faintly overhead, a soft river of light flowing through the darkness. Sight gives you access to this ancient beauty, this quiet reminder of your place in a vast universe. Take a deep breath in and out. Sight also brings clarity and illusion. Your eyes can trick you into seeing motion that isn't there, or shapes that shift when you look twice. The brain is always trying to make sense of what it sees, even when information is incomplete. But these illusions are gentle reminders that perception is not always perfect. It is creative, flexible, human. Imagine now a candle flame in a dark room. Watch how it dances. If you stare long enough, the flame seems to flicker in patterns your mind begins to interpret. Shapes, symbols, feelings. The flame becomes a meditation, not because it has meaning, but because your eyes and mind gently create meaning together. Sight connects you to the world outside, but it also reflects the world within. What you notice, what you ignore, what you focus on. These choices reveal your inner state. A calm mind sees details it would otherwise miss. A glimmer on a leaf, the texture of stone, the softness in a person's eyes. Take another slow breath. Let your awareness settle softly into this moment. As chapter 4 draws to a close, imagine yourself sitting quietly in a warm, softly lit room. The light is low. Shadows rest gently along the walls. There is no urgency, nothing to strain toward, just light and calm and presence. Let your breath move naturally. Let your thoughts drift like clouds across a pale sky. Feel the quiet glow of awareness settling around you like a warm blanket. In the next chapter, we will wander into the world of smell, a sense deeply tied to memory, emotion, and instinct. But for now, let your mind rest in the gentle poetry of sight, in the quiet brilliance of light, and in the soft colors that fill your inner world. 5. The whispering gateways of touch. Imagine for a moment that you are not simply sitting where you are, but drifting gently upon a quiet current of awareness. Feel the surface beneath you, the faint pressure against your skin, the subtle warmth or coolness resting upon your arms. Let yourself breathe slowly, deeply, as we step together into a realm you have known all your life, yet rarely pause to truly feel. Touch, the very first sense your body learns, long before light, long before taste, long before sound finds its way into your newborn world. Touch is your oldest companion, the sense that greeted you before language, before memory, before everything. Tonight, let us explore this ancient messenger, this symphony of skin, this gentle translator that allows your body to understand the quiet stories written across the surface of the world. Take a slow breath and let the journey begin. Your skin stretches across you like a seamless landscape, a living fabric woven with millions of tiny, attentive sensors. Think of them as small guardians, each listening for a different kind of whisper, warmth, pressure, vibration, texture, the difference between silk and stone, between a breeze and a flame, between comfort and harm. As you breathe out slowly, imagine these receptors like constellations scattered across the night sky of your body, each one glowing softly when touched, each one sending a silent signal inward. Let's drift deep beneath the surface of your skin. An intricate network of nerve endings rests like branches of a tree. Merkel cells press close, sensing shapes and edges with patient precision. Meister's corpuscles lie just beneath the ridges of your fingertips, waiting for even the faintest brush of softness or movement. Farther within, Pitsinian corpuscles respond to deep vibrations, like the hum of distant thunder echoing through the ground, and Raffini endings gently stretch, telling your body when something bends, tugs, or lingers. Every moment right now, even as you listen, these silent listeners are speaking, whispering, sending their signals up delicate neural pathways all the way to the brain. And your brain, your patient conductor, takes these signals and turns them into experience. Picture yourself resting your hand on a wooden table. Your fingers sense the grain beneath them, the tiny ridges carved by time and pressure. Your skin feels the stillness of the wood, its quiet temperature. Your body instantly knows this is stable, solid, safe. All of that from the gentle murmurs of touch. Take another slow breath in and out and let your awareness glide into your own sense of touch. Feel the weight of your hands, the softness of your clothing, the air brushing against your skin. Notice how these sensations do not shout, they do not demand, they simply exist quietly, waiting for your attention. Touch is more than sensation, it is connection. Think of a comforting hand placed on your shoulder, or the warmth of holding someone close. These are not merely mechanical interactions of skin and pressure. They are emotional messages carried through the nervous system, through hormones, through the oldest human need to feel that we are not alone. Touch can calm the heart, soften anxiety, and remind the body that it is safe. In this gentle science of the senses, touch may be the most poetic of all because it speaks both to the mind and to the heart. Let's drift even deeper now. Imagine walking barefoot on soft, warm sand. With each step, your feet sink slightly, the grains shifting and tumbling beneath them. Your skin feels the warm top layer and the cooler sand beneath. It senses the shape, the pressure, the texture, the temperature, and in a single moment, without words, without conscious thought, your body understands exactly where you are, what you are touching, and what it feels like to exist in that place. Touch paints the world for you, not with color, not with sound, but with quiet physical truths. And within your brain, the somatosensory cortex, a band of neural tissue, maps every inch of your body like a tiny glowing atlas. Your lips, your fingers, your face, each region delicately represented. When your skin feels something, that part of the map lights up like a soft lantern igniting in the dark. This internal atlas is constantly shifting, constantly learning. Touch teaches your brain how big you are, where you are, how you move. Without it, we would be lost, drifting in a shapeless space of uncertainty. Take another slow, restful breath. Now imagine a feather gliding along your palm. Notice the gentle tickle, the tiny pressure, the lightness of it. Now picture warm water drifting over your hands, enveloping your fingers, and then imagine the quiet solidity of holding a smooth stone, cool and grounding. Each of these sensations uses a different combination of receptors, pathways, and signals, and yet all of them feel natural, effortless, completely familiar. Your body has spent a lifetime learning the language of touch. It is a language without words, yet it speaks directly to your sense of presence, to your sense of being here, in this moment, awake to the world around you. Touch also keeps you safe. A sharp edge, a sudden sting of heat, a pressure that grows too strong. Your skin warns you instantly, often before your mind catches up. Long before danger reaches your consciousness, your sense of touch has already acted, sending messages that guide you away from harm. It is both gentle and protective, soft yet strong, a perfect balance. And now, as we glide toward the close of this chapter, let your awareness return to your own body. Feel the surface beneath you once more, the quiet temperature of the room, the fabric against your skin, the air along your face. Simply notice, no judgment, no effort, just presence. Let your shoulders loosen, let your jaw rest, let your breath slow, like the tide easing back into the sea. Touch is always here, the oldest sense, the first whisper of the world your body ever heard. As this chapter softens to a close, take one more gentle breath. Allow yourself to feel grounded, steady, present, a quiet observer of your own sensory world. And when you're ready, we'll continue our journey in the next chapter, drifting into the landscapes of sound, sight, and the symphony that binds all senses into one harmonious whole. Just breathe and rest until we move gently onward. 6. The echoes that shape your world, the sense of hearing. Take a slow, easy breath. Let it travel through you like a soft wave rolling over quiet sand, and release it gently. Tonight, we drift into another realm of your sensory symphony, a realm shaped not by light or texture or movement, but by vibration, by rhythm, by invisible waves that touch you without ever laying a finger upon your skin. The world of sound. Imagine for a moment that you are sitting near a still lake at dawn. The sky is painted in pale hues. The air is cool, crisp, and quiet. And then, in the hush of the early light, a single drop of water falls from a leaf into the lake. That tiny ripple spreads outward, forming gentle circles that glide across the surface. Now picture sound working the same way. Every whisper, every evad step, every sigh is a ripple traveling outward through the air, searching gently for you. Your ears are the gateways that receive these ripples. But the true magic happens deep inside. Take another slow breath and let us drift closer to this quiet sign. Hearing begins with movement, vibrations so small, so delicate, you may never imagine them shifting the world around you. When someone speaks, the air itself trembles. When a bird opens its beak, tiny waves roll across the space between you. Even now, as you listen, the air around you is dancing, softly, invisibly, continuously. As these waves travel, they reach the outer shape of your ears, the curves and folds that act like natural instruments. Each shape gently bends and redirects the sound, helping you understand where it came from, how close it is, how soft or strong it might be. Your ear, in its elegant simplicity, is a sculpture designed by nature to catch whisper. Follow your breath inward and imagine each sound around you being gently guided into the ear canal like a quiet stream flowing toward a hidden cave. At the end of this narrow passage rests your eardrum, thin, delicate, and exquisitely sensitive. When sound reaches it, the eardrum vibrates. Think of a soft drum being tapped by an invisible finger. Every tap, every vibration carries meaning. And behind the eardrum, waiting patiently, are tiny bones, the smallest bones in your entire body. The malleus, incus, and state. These three form a tiny bridge passing the vibrations inward, amplifying them with incredible precision. Let your breath soften. Now imagine these vibrations reaching the inner ear, where a spiral-shaped organ awaits, a beautiful structure called the cochlea. Picture it gently, like a seashell filled with shimmering fluid. As vibrations ripple through this fluid, thousands of microscopic hair cells sway like underwater grasses moving in a soft tide. Each sway creates a signal. Each signal carries a story, and your brain, your quiet interpreter, listens to these stories with astonishing grace. Within milliseconds, it determines what you have heard: a voice, a breeze, the hum of a fan, the distant rumble of a passing car, the subtle shift of your own breath. Take a moment right now and listen, not to the loud sounds, not to the obvious ones, but to the faint ones, the subtle ones, the ones you often ignore, the soft air moving, the gentle creak of your surroundings, the pulse of your own presence in the room. Hearing gives shape to silence. Even when the world rests in stillness, your ears are awake, listening. Interpreting sound has a way of reaching emotions faster than any other sense. A warm laugh can calm your heart. A familiar melody can soften a weary mind. A gentle whisper can bring comfort in moments when words don't quite know what to say. Your brain responds instantly to sound before you can think, before you can react, before you can understand. The body is always listening. Take another slow breath in and out. Let us wander deeper. Imagine standing in a forest. A light breeze rustles the leaves. A bird calls from a distant branch. A twig snaps softly beneath your foot. Each sound carries distance, direction, and depth. Your ears create a map of the world, based purely on vibration. Even with your eyes closed, you could navigate, you could sense the shape of your surroundings. Sound paints a picture without any color at all, yet the clarity is breathtaking. Your brain uses timing differences between your ears to understand where sounds come from. If a sound arrives at your left ear just slightly earlier than the right, your brain knows it came from the left. If it arrives evenly, it knows the source is centered. This is your auditory compass, always active, always guiding. The sense of hearing also weaves emotion into experience. A low rumbling sound may stir caution. A soft tone may invite calm. A slow melody may wrap around your thoughts like a blanket. Long before you analyze a sound, your body feels it. That is the quiet wonder of the auditory world. Sound does not simply reach your ears, it reaches your whole being. Now take another breath. Let it be unhurried. Let it settle like a gentle weight upon your chest. Imagine listening to a soft lullaby playing far away. The melody does not need words. It does not need meaning. Its purpose is to soothe, to cradle your thoughts, to remind your heartbeat to slow. This is why sound is deeply tied to memory, to emotion, to connection. The voice of someone you love may warm you faster than any blanket. The rhythm of rain may ease tension more quickly than any spoken reassurance. And silence, gentle silence, may provide the deepest rest of all. But silence is never truly silent. Even when the world around you grows still, your body continues its quiet symphony. Your heart beats, your breath moves, your mind hums. These internal sounds remind you that you are here, alive, present. Hearing anchors you in the world and in yourself. Before this chapter closes, let your awareness expand gently. Listen again to the space around you. Notice what you hear, not with analysis, but with presence. Allow every sound to be a soft ripple. Let it come, let it go, let it pass through you like wind through open fields. Take one more long, calming breath. Feel your body soften, feel your thoughts ease. Let the world feel a little quieter, a little softer, a little more spacious. And now, as this chapter settles into silence, prepare to drift with me into the next realm. Soon we will explore sight, the symphony of light, color, and perception that shapes the world you see. But for now, simply breathe, listen, and 7. The light that paints your reality. The sense of sight. Take a slow, steady breath. Let it drift into your body like a warm current, and exhale softly, letting your shoulders ease, your mind settle, and your awareness expand. Tonight, we step gently into a realm shaped not by touch or sound, but by the delicate art of light, a world your eyes translate into color, form, and meaning, a world that glows quietly around you, even now, even in the dimness of evening. Sight, the sense you may rely on most, yet think of least, a silent painter working endlessly, moment by moment, turning waves of light into the world you know. Imagine for a moment opening your eyes for the very first time, not as a newborn, but as the person you are now, with the wisdom of your experiences and the softness of your breath. Picture the glow of morning filtering through a window, dust suspended in the air like drifting stars. See the shapes emerging, the gentle contrast between shadow and brightness, the outlines of objects becoming clear. In that moment, sight is not automatic. It is astonishing. Take another slow breath as we begin our journey into this luminous science. Light begins its journey long before it ever reaches you. It may start in the heart of a star, or as the gentle reflection from the surface of a leaf. It travels across space, across rooms, across subtle distances, until it reaches your eyes, two small, intricate gateways that sit quietly on your face, waiting patiently to receive it. Each photon, the smallest particle of light, is a tiny messenger. Alone, it carries almost nothing, but when billions of photons stream into your vision, they weave together the world as you know it. Imagine closing your eyes for a moment and then slowly opening them as light enters your pupils. Your eyes begin their delicate dance of focus and clarity. The pupil widens or narrows, adjusting like the aperture of a camera. The lens shifts shape, curving gently to sharpen your view, flattening to see something far away, rounding to bring near objects into focus. This happens without effort, without thought, silently, beautifully. Your eyes are always adjusting, always responding, always interpreting. Take a gentle breath and imagine the light passing through the clear front of your eye, moving through the lens and reaching the retina, the thin, sensitive sheet of cells lining the back of your eye. Think of the retina as a living canvas filled with millions of rods and cones. Rods sense shades of darkness and dim light. They give you vision in the quiet hours of night when colors fade and the world softens into grayscale. Cones sense color, reds, greens, and blues blending to create every hue you've ever seen, from the golden warmth of sunlight to the deep blues of twilight. Together, rods and cones allow you to see everything from the faint shimmer of distant stars to the vibrant bloom of a flower at noon. Another slow breath. When light touches these cells, something extraordinary happens. The cells convert photons into electrical signals, delicate pulses that travel along the optic nerve, moving inward to the brain. These signals do not yet create an image. They do not carry color or shape. They carry information, raw and unformed, like unpainted strokes waiting for an artist. Your brain is the artist, deep within the visual cortex, located at the back of your mind. A quiet miracle occurs. Signals become patterns, patterns become shapes, shapes become objects, colors bloom, motion flows, depth appears, and before you can even realize it, the world emerges fully formed, richly detailed, intimately familiar. You do not see with your eyes alone, you see with your mind, your memories, your emotions, your expectations. Sight is not passive, it is active, creative, interpretive. Imagine walking through a forest at sunset. The warm light filters through leaves, casting shifting patterns on the forest floor. Your eyes gather the reflections, but your mind interprets the glow as beauty, as calm, as something ancient and grounded. The world is not just seen, it is felt through sight. Now take another long breath, in and out, and let your mind drift to the vastness of what sight allows you to perceive. Colors are not simply wavelengths, they are experiences. Red warms, blue soothes, green comforts, yellow. These associations live in you because your brain has woven them into emotion, memory, and meaning. Motion itself is a miracle. When something moves across your field of vision, your brain tracks it effortlessly. It predicts its path. It fills in the spaces between glimpses. It stabilizes your view even as you shift or blink. You never notice the interruptions. Blinking should leave you momentarily blind, yet your brain stitches the darkness into seamless continuity. Your eyes constantly make tiny movements called microsaccades to refresh your view, but your mind blends these shifts into stillness. Your brain creates stability from motion. Sight is not just a window, it is a conversation between the outer world and your inner world. You do not simply see what exists, you see what your brain interprets. That is why familiar faces stand out in a crowd, why you notice a loved one smile instantly, why certain places feel peaceful or haunting or nostalgic. Your brain fills your vision with meaning. Take a soft breath, let it settle, and imagine yourself standing by the ocean. The waves roll in gently. The horizon stretches endlessly. Light dances across the surface of the water, shimmering like liquid silver. The colors shift, blue deepening into indigo, the sun painting the sky with gold and coral. No two people see this scene the same way. Your eyes gather the light, but your mind paints the experience. Sight is also deeply tied to protection. Your peripheral vision guards you by quietly watching the edges of your world. Without conscious awareness, you detect motion from the corners of your eyes, an evolutionary whisper that once kept your ancestors safe. Your pupils widen in darkness so you can gather more light. They narrow in brightness to keep you from being overwhelmed. Your brain enhances edges and contrast to help you identify shapes quickly. It corrects distortions in the image captured by your retina. It flips the image upright because the raw picture enters the brain upside down. And yet, you never notice, you never feel the effort because your brain holds the brush so gently. Now breathe slowly, easily, filling your chest and releasing the air with a quiet sigh. As you sit with this moment, let your awareness drift softly over the space around you. Notice the light, notice the shadows, notice the subtle details your eyes gather without effort, the patterns, the textures, the outlines. Let yourself see with presence, not analysis. Allow sight to be a quiet experience, a soft observation, a moment of mindful science, relaxing science, the calm art of simply noticing. Soon, in our next chapter, we will explore another gateway of perception, the sense of smell, the invisible chemistry of the world. But before we drift onward, let your mind rest in the gentle glow of this moment. Breathe in lightly, breathe out slowly, let the light around you soften, and let the world grow quiet as we prepare to continue our journey. 8. The silent stories in the air. The sense of smell. Take a slow breath in, gentle, unhurried, and let it flow out softly, as though releasing a quiet sigh into the evening air. Tonight, we wander into one of the most mysterious, ancient, and emotional senses of all, a sense that speaks to memory, instinct and emotion with a power unlike anything else. The sense of smell, a sense so subtle that you can go hours without noticing it, yet so deeply woven into your inner world that a single whiff can transport you years into the past. Let your breath deepen, slow, and feel your mind settle as we begin this quiet journey through the chemistry. Imagine yourself standing in a darkened forest just after rain. The earth is cool beneath your feet. The leaves sway with a whisper of wind, and then slowly the scent of wet soil rises, the rich grounding aroma known as petrichor, a smell that needs no explanation, a smell that simply feels like calm. Or picture the soft sweetness of a blooming flower, the sharp freshness of citrus, the warm comfort of baking bread, each one holding its own story, its own emotional thread. Smell is not just sensation, it is remembrance, emotion, instinct, a quiet language your body learned long before words existed. Take another breath, noticing how effortless smelling is. Air enters your nose with every inhale, carrying with it a world of molecules, tiny chemical messengers drifting invisibly through the space around you. These molecules are astonishingly small. Some are so light they rise effortless. Some cling to surfaces and release slowly. Some dissolve on your skin. Some linger in the air like soft echoes of moments past. When you breathe in, these molecules travel into the upper part of your nose, reaching a small, sensitive region called the olfactory epithelium. Imagine it as a delicate meadow of microscopic receptors, each one waiting for a specific kind of scent. Each molecule is like a key, each receptor is a lock, and when the right key meets the right lock, your mind begins to smell. Let your breath move gently as these chemical messengers glide inward, binding to receptors that awaken instantly. These receptors send signals up the olfactory nerve directly into the brain, specifically to the olfactory bulb. The olfactory bulb is unlike anything else in your sensory world. It sits right at the front of your brain, so close to your emotional centers that the connection between smell, memory, and feeling is immediate, instinctive, intimate. When you smell something, you don't just analyze it, you feel it. Take a moment to think of a scent from your past, not a strong or obvious one, just a simple memory, perhaps the scent of your childhood home, or the smell of someone you cared for, maybe the aroma of a festival, a season, a journey. Notice how something as invisible as scent can bring back entire scenes, conversations, emotions. Smell does not ask permission. It brings you back instantly. And as you breathe slowly now, let yourself feel the quiet magic of that connection. Your sense of smell is ancient. In early life forms, smell was one of the first senses to develop, helping them detect food, danger, and mates. Even in human evolution, it remained deeply tied to survival. The scent of smoke warns you before the flames appear. The scent of spoiled food protects you before you taste it. The scent of someone familiar offers comfort, grounding, and a sense of belonging. Your brain listens to smell with urgency and sensitivity. It knows that in scent there is truth. Take another breath, as slowly as you can, and notice how many things you can detect even now. The faintness of the room's air, the lingering fragrance of something nearby, the subtle neutrality of stillness itself. Every breath is a sensory message. Let us drift deeper. Imagine entering a kitchen warmed by the aroma of spices, cinnamon, cardamom, ginger. Notice how your body reacts even in imagination. The scent creates warmth, comfort, a sense of home, or imagine the crisp scent of fresh rain on pavement, the clean brightness of eucalyptus, the distant smoke of a winter fire. Scent is story. Your brain stores these stories in the limbic system, the emotional heart of your mind. This is why scent memories are vivid, almost cinematic. They do not return as distant recollections, but as immersive experiences. You don't just remember a smell, you relive the moment attached to it. Take another slow breath. Now picture yourself climbing a hill in early spring. The air carries the faint green scent of new leaves, the cool freshness of morning, the distant sweetness of blooming flowers. Each scent adds detail to the moment. Each scent grounds you in the world. Your nose is not simply detecting odor, it is reading the story of the environment. Even the simplest scent contains layers of information. The smell of the ocean tells you its closeness, long before you see the water. The scent of smoke tells you the direction of wind. The scent of fresh fruit tells you its ripeness. Your brain interprets these signals beautifully, effortlessly, almost poetically. And now, as your breath continues its soft rhythm, let us explore how smell shapes your inner state. Some scents calm you immediately. Lavender slows the pulse. Vetiver grounds the mind. Sweet orange lightens the mood. This is not imagination. This is chemistry meeting biology. Biology meeting emotion. Your sense of smell is a direct doorway into your emotional world. Imagine lighting a small candle beside you, not a real one, but one in your mind. Its scent is warm and soothing. It fills the space slowly, wrapping around your thoughts like a soft blanket. Feel how your breath deepens, how your muscles loosen, how your awareness becomes gentle and quiet. Scent can guide the mind as easily as sound or touch. Now, take a slow, deep inhale and let your mind imagine a scent that brings you peace. Perhaps something earthy, something sweet, something simple. Let that imagined aroma drift through your awareness, calming the space within you. Let your exhale release tension. Let your inhale invite ease. Your sense of smell, though silent, is one of the most profound storytellers your body possesses. It weaves the invisible into memory. It ties emotion to experience. It shapes the world in ways you may never consciously notice. And yet, it is always here, always listening, always guiding. Before we close this chapter, take one more gentle breath. Notice whatever scent the air carries. It may be soft, it may be neutral, it may be something you cannot name, but it is part of this moment, part of your presence in the here and now. Let the breath settle, let your mind soften. As this chapter comes to rest, we prepare to wander next into another delicate realm, the world of taste, the sense that transforms chemistry into flavor, memory, and comfort. But for now, continue breathing slowly, peacefully, letting the quiet stories of scent drift through your awareness until we move gently onward. 9. The flavor of life, the sense of taste. Take a slow, calm breath in and out, letting your body sink softly into this moment. Tonight, we step into a world of subtle chemistry and delicate sensation, a world that transforms molecules into experience, that transforms the simple act of eating into memory, comfort, and wonder. We enter the quiet, intimate universe of taste. Taste is a sense that begins not at the tongue, but in the mind. It is the alchemy of flavor, shaped by smell, texture, temperature, and expectation. It is intimately tied to memory, emotion, and culture, and it is as old as life itself. Imagine a single drop of honey sliding across your tongue. The sweetness awakens instantly, soft and comforting, carrying with it echoes of flowers, sun, and warmth. Taste is the body's first storyteller. It tells you what is nourishing, what is safe, what is pleasurable, and sometimes what is dangerous. Even the most subtle flavors convey deep messages to your nervous system, guiding your behavior before you are fully aware of them. Take another slow breath and imagine exploring this sense more closely. The tongue is lined with thousands of taste buds, each one a tiny chemical sensor. They detect the five primary flavors: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Each flavor carries information. Sweetness signals energy, salt signals minerals, sour signals ripeness or acidity, bitterness can warn of toxin, umami. The deep, savory richness tells your body of proteins and sustenance. Every taste is an intricate chemical conversation between the world and your body. Molecules dissolve in saliva and bind to receptors, triggering tiny electrical signals that travel along nerves to your brain. There, the signals combine with smell, texture, temperature, and even sight to create the complex experience you recognize as flavor. Take another breath. Notice how rich this sensory experience is, even without food in front of you. Imagine the warmth of freshly baked bread, the crispness of a green apple, the comforting richness of a creamy soup. Let these sensations drift gently across your awareness, vivid but soft, familiar yet new. Taste is more than chemical detection. It is deeply intertwined with memory. A single flavor can transport you to another place, another time. The first taste of a favorite childhood treat, the aroma and flavor of a distant holiday meal, the unique spice of a dish shared with love. These experiences linger in the mind, and the body remembers them, even years later. Breathing slowly, imagine now a garden of fresh herbs, the sharp green of basil, the pungent aroma of rosemary, the warmth of cinnamon rising from the soil of your imagination. Each flavor interacts with another, weaving together to form a rich tapestry of sensation. Taste is not isolated. It is always part of a complex network that includes smell, texture, temperature, and anticipation. Take a moment to feel the subtle movements in your mouth as you imagine tasting, the way your tongue shifts to explore textures, the way saliva balances flavors, the gentle feedback of your lips and teeth. This is your body engaging fully with sensation, turning a simple act into an immersive experience. Taste also guides survival evolutionarily. Taste teaches the body what is beneficial and what is harmful. Sweet and umami signal nourishment. Bitter warns of danger. Sour alerts to acidity. Salt signals essential minerals. Each bite becomes a lesson in chemistry, biology, and intuition. Now imagine sharing a meal with someone you care for. The taste of food becomes intertwined with the presence of another, creating a sense of connection. You don't just eat for sustenance, you taste companionship, comfort, culture, and love. This is why flavors can be so powerful. They are portals to emotion as much as nourishment. Take a soft, deep breath, letting this awareness settle. Notice that even in imagining flavors, your body responds. Your mouth may water, your stomach may stir. Your mind recalls textures, aromas, and feelings tied to taste. Your sense of taste is never passive. It is always active, always shaping your experience, even when the food is only in your imagination. Taste also interacts with the other senses. The sound of food, crispy, sizzling, or soft, can enhance flavor. The appearance of food, its color, shape, and arrangement can shift perception. The touch of food, the temperature, the weight, The texture completes the experience. Taste is a symphony, and your tongue is just one instrument in an orchestra of sensory input. Now, gently return your awareness to your own body. Feel your tongue resting in your mouth. Feel the slight moisture on your lips. Notice the subtle temperature of the air you inhale. Taste is not only in what you eat, it is always present, quietly interacting with the world around you, informing, guiding, and delighting. As this chapter closes, take one final deep breath. Let the richness of this moment linger. Let your awareness settle in the quiet joy of sensation. Taste, like touch, smell, sight, and sound, is part of the orchestra that makes your body aware, alive, and connected. In the next chapter, we will explore the delicate yet extraordinary sense of balance and body awareness, proprioception, and the vestibular system, your inner guide through motion, space, and still. Breathe softly, let your body rest, and prepare to drift into the subtle world of inner sense. 10. The quiet compass within, balance and proprioception. Take a slow, gentle breath. Let it fill your body softly and exhale like a quiet stream flowing back into stillness. Tonight, we drift into a realm rarely noticed, yet deeply essential, a sense that guides every movement, every shift, every posture. It is silent, invisible, yet always present. Your sense of balance and your awareness of your body in space. This is the world of the vestibular system and proprioception. Together, they are the quiet compass within you, the innate guide that allows you to move through the world gracefully, safely, and effortlessly, often without even thinking about it. Imagine standing barefoot on a soft patch of grass early in the morning. The ground beneath you shifts subtly, a gentle give under your weight. Without looking, without thinking, your body adjusts. Tiny muscles contract, joints align, and your posture balances. You feel steady, you feel grounded, you feel alive. This is proprioception, the sense of where your body is in space. It is the awareness that your arm is lifted before you see it, that your foot is shifting slightly to keep balance, that your head tilts gently to maintain orientation. Proprioception is your body's quiet intelligence, sending constant feedback from muscles, tendons, and joints to the brain. Take another soft breath and imagine the countless signals traveling upward like tiny messengers. Your muscles whisper, the arm is here, the shoulder is here, the foot is here. Your brain listens, and before you even think, your body is aligned, prepared, balanced. Now let us meet the vestibular system, the inner ear's delicate orchestra that governs balance and motion. Nestled within the temporal bone of your skull lies a tiny, intricate structure, semicircular canals filled with fluid, tiny hair cells moving as you shift. Alongside them, the utricle and sacculal detect gravity, acceleration, and the tilt of your head. Together, they act as your internal gyroscope, silently guiding you through life. Imagine spinning slowly in a circle. You may feel dizzy if you stop too quickly, because the fluid in your semicircular canals keeps moving, sending signals to your brain that your head is still turning. Gradually, your body recalibrates and the sensation fades. This is your vestibular system at work, complex, precise, and beautifully effortless. Take a slow, deliberate breath and picture a tightrope walker in the quiet of a circus tent. Their arms stretch wide, their body sways slightly. Every micro adjustment, every subtle shift is guided by proprioception and the vestibular system in tandem. They feel the tension of the rope, the pull of gravity, the position of each limb, all without looking down. Your own body performs similar feats constantly, from the simplest steps to complex movements. Balance and proprioception are deeply intertwined with mindfulness. When you slow down and notice your body standing, walking, stretching, you are engaging these senses consciously. Your awareness sharpens. Tiny adjustments become visible. You feel grounded, present, and embodied. Imagine walking barefoot along a forest path. You feel the uneven texture beneath your feet, the curve of a root, the softness of moss. Your muscles, joints, and inner ear coordinate seamlessly, keeping you upright and fluid. Each step is a dance of quiet intelligence, orchestrated without effort. Even in stillness, these senses are active. Sitting in a chair, your body constantly adjusts its balance. Tiny muscles in your spine and core fire subtly. Your inner ear monitors tilt. Your nervous system responds to micro movements. Balance is not only about standing, it is about being fully present in your body. Take another deep breath and feel the inner compass settle within you. Proprioception and balance remind you that your body is not separate from the world, it is in constant dialogue with it. Gravity, touch, air, and space are all part of the conversation. These senses also connect you to your emotions. Feeling grounded can reduce anxiety. Feeling unsteady can trigger alertness. Through proprioception and the vestibular system, your body communicates subtly with your mind, shaping mood and awareness. Now imagine lying on your back, arms relaxed by your sides. Notice the weight of your body against the surface beneath you. Feel your spine lengthen. Feel your shoulders release. Your inner compass continues its work, stabilizing, orienting, and gently guiding you even in stillness. Take one more long, calm breath and let your awareness expand through your body. Feel your feet, your legs, your core, your head. Sense the balance, the connection, the quiet guidance that is always present. As this chapter draws to a close, rest in the knowledge that your body is an exquisite instrument of awareness. Balance and proprioception keep you grounded, yet free. They allow you to move gracefully, respond instinctively, and inhabit your body fully. In the next chapter, we will explore the mysterious sense of temperature, thermoception, and how your body reads the subtle warmth and coolness of the world, guiding comfort, survival, and sensation. Breathe gently, rest fully, and let your inner compass carry you softly on. 11. The subtle language of warmth and cold, the sense of temperature. Take a slow, deep breath. Let it flow through your body like a gentle stream, and exhale softly, allowing your mind and muscles to release tension. Tonight, we explore a quiet, almost invisible sense, one that surrounds you constantly, yet often goes unnoticed. This is the sense of temperature, thermoception, the body's innate ability to perceive warmth and cold, guiding comfort, survival, and subtle awareness of the world. Imagine stepping barefoot onto a cool forest floor early in the morning. The ground is damp, and a soft chill rises through the soles of your feet. You instinctively shift your weight, adjust your posture, and take in the sensation. That is thermoception at work, your body silently communicating with your mind about the world around you, keeping you safe, informed, and present. Thermoception begins in the skin, where specialized nerve endings detect temperature changes. Some receptors respond to warmth, others to cold. Each one is a tiny messenger, sensitive to degrees and fluctuations that you might not even consciously notice. These signals travel along the peripheral nerves to the spinal cord and onward to the brain, where they are interpreted as sensation. Take another slow breath and imagine standing in a sun dappled meadow. You feel the gentle warmth of sunlight against your skin, the cool whisper of a breeze passing over your arms. Your body responds subtly, muscles relax, circulation shifts, and you feel comforted. Your nervous system is continuously assessing, integrating, and guiding your experience of the environment. Temperature perception is more than comfort, it is survival. A sudden rise in heat can warn of fire or overexertion. A drop in cold alerts you to the risk of hypothermia. Thermoception has kept humans and other animals alive for millennia, providing a quiet, constant guidance system without conscious effort. Breathe slowly and notice the layers of sensation across your own body right now. Feel the warmth of your clothes against your skin, the coolness of the air around your face, the gentle heat from your palms resting lightly. These signals create an ever present map of your immediate environment, grounding you in the reality of the moment. Temperature is not only physical, it is deeply emotional. Warmth can evoke feelings of safety, closeness, and comfort, while coolness can create alertness, refreshment, or even melancholy. Your sense of temperature, like all senses, is intimately linked with your inner experience, shaping mood and perception as seamlessly as it informs survival. Now, imagine dipping your hand into a gentle stream. The water is cool, refreshing. The subtle contrast between the air, your skin, and the flowing liquid creates a delicate interplay of sensations. Each nerve ending contributes to your awareness, sending a chorus of signals to the brain. This is your body, reading the world, not in words, not in conscious thought, but in feeling. Take a moment to notice how quickly your body adapts. Initially, the cold may be sharp, startling, but after a few moments, your nerves adjust, and the sensation softens into an awareness that is steady, subtle. Your nervous system is always learning, always adapting, keeping you attuned to subtle changes in the environment. Thermoception also blends with other senses to create rich experiences. A hot cup of tea warms your hands while the aroma delights your nose. Walking on sunlit sand engages touch, heat, and pressure simultaneously. Feeling the cool air on your skin while listening to distant waves creates a full sensory moment, layered, nuanced, and immersive. Take another long, slow breath and imagine a gentle warmth spreading across your body, like sunlight resting softly on your skin. Feel the subtle shifts, the tiny currents of temperature, the quiet messages your body is always sending. Let each exhale release tension, and each inhale invite awareness. Thermoception is a reminder that your body is alive, constantly interacting with the world. It is a language that speaks softly, but insistently, guiding safety, comfort, and presence. Even when unnoticed, it is always at work, shaping your experience and connecting you to your environment in subtle, profound ways. As this chapter draws to a close, let your awareness settle into the gentle contrast of warmth and coolness around you. Feel your body in its current space. Notice how you are supported, how you are held, how you inhabit this moment fully. In the next chapter, we will explore the extraordinary sense of internal signals, interoception, the quiet whispers of hunger, thirst, heartbeat, and breath that connect mind and body in ways often overlooked. Breathe softly, rest gently, and let the quiet language of temperature guide you onward. 12. The whisper within, the sense of interoception. Take a long, gentle breath in and let it flow slowly through your body and exhale with soft ease. Tonight, we journey inward into the quiet, often unnoticed world of internal awareness. This is interoception, the sense that allows you to feel the subtle signals of your own body, a gentle whisper from within, guiding your attention, your well being, and your connection to yourself. Imagine sitting quietly, eyes closed in a peaceful room. With each breath, you begin to notice a rhythm deeper than your thoughts, a rhythm that is steady, intimate, and wholly your own. The heartbeat, the rise and fall of your chest, the gentle movement of your diaphragm, the subtle shifts of pressure as blood travels through your veins. These are all part of interoception, the body's silent language of awareness. Interoception is the sense that tells you when you are hungry, thirsty, tired, or full. It is the body's way of guiding you toward balance and homeostasis, maintaining internal stability so that you may live and thrive. Unlike sight or touch, this sense is mostly quiet, unfolding beneath the surface, almost invisible until you pause to notice it. Take a soft, deep breath and tune in. Feel your heartbeat beneath your chest, steady and persistent. Feel the blood pulsing in your veins, warm and constant. Notice the subtle tension in your muscles, the gentle pressure of your organs settling in rhythm. This is interoception, a map of your inner landscape constantly guiding and informing you. Your nervous system plays a central role in this sense. Tiny receptors inside your organs, muscles, and blood vessels communicate with your brain, sending messages about your physiological state. Are you dehydrated? Is your stomach full? Are your lungs taking in enough oxygen? This quiet dialogue keeps your body safe, comfortable, and attuned. Take another breath, slowly, and imagine the experience of thirst. You may notice your mouth becoming slightly dry, a subtle emptiness in your stomach. Without even thinking, your body signals that it needs fluid. Interoception is always at work, providing information that allows you to act before harm comes. It is both protective and nurturing. Now notice your breathing. Each inhalation is soft, each exhalation gentle. The sense of your lungs expanding, your diaphragm descending, the subtle stretch of your rib cage. These sensations are interoceptive signals reminding you of presence, of being alive, of inhabiting this body fully. Interoception is also deeply connected to emotion, anxiety, calm, excitement, or sadness often manifest as bodily sensations, tightness in the chest, butterflies in the stomach, a racing heartbeat, or a gentle warmth. Your brain interprets these internal cues, blending physical sensation with emotional experience. Take a moment now to place a hand over your chest or your abdomen. Feel the gentle rise and fall beneath your touch. Let yourself notice subtle shifts that you normally overlook. Each pulse, each breath, each tiny sensation is a thread connecting you to your inner world, a reminder that your body is alive, responsive, and aware. Interoception is a teacher of mindfulness. By paying attention to these internal cues, you cultivate presence. You learn to recognize hunger before it becomes urgent, fatigue before it overwhelms, tension before it becomes discomfort. You begin to inhabit your body fully, understanding it not as a vessel, but as a responsive, sentient companion. Now imagine the gentle stretching of a limb or the soft shifting of your spine. Each adjustment, each movement sends signals to your brain, updating it continuously on your body's position and interoception allows this feedback to be felt, interpreted, and acted upon, often without conscious thought. Take another deep, calming breath and feel the steady rhythm of your body. Allow awareness to drift from your chest to your stomach, from your limbs to your back, from your head to the tips of your toes. Every part of you communicates through interoception, and you can choose in this quiet moment to, as this chapter draws to a close, rest in the gentle awareness of your inner world. Know that interoception is always at work, a quiet, constant whisper that connects mind and body, guiding balance, comfort, and presence. In the next chapter, we will explore the extraordinary interplay of senses, how your body blends sight, sound, touch, smell, taste, and inner awareness into a harmonious symphony, creating the experience of being alive in a world of sensation. Breathe softly, rest deeply, and let the whisper within guide you onward. 13. The Symphony of Senses, how your body weaves perception. Take a long, gentle breath in and let it flow through you like a calm river. Then exhale slowly, releasing tension, inviting awareness. Tonight, we arrive at a profound intersection, the moment where all the senses we have explored converge. Sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, balance, temperature, and interoception do not operate in isolation. They dance together, creating a rich, immersive experience, the symphony of your senses. Imagine standing in a quiet meadow at sunrise. Light filters through leaves, painting delicate patterns on the grass. The air carries the gentle scent of morning dew, a faint aroma of wildflowers. You hear the soft rustle of branches, the distant song of birds, the hum of the earth awakening. The soil beneath your feet is cool and firm. You take a sip of fresh water, crisp and clean. Your breath rises and falls in gentle rhythm. Your body, aware of every subtle tilt, every shift, balances itself effortlessly. Every moment your senses are communicating. Touch tells you the ground is stable. Sound alerts you to distant movement. Sight creates depth, color, and form. Smell enriches memory and context. Taste completes nourishment. Interoception informs your internal state, while thermoception and balance guide comfort and posture. Together, they create a coherent map of your world, a living, breathing awareness that allows you to navigate, react, and marvel. Take a slow breath and imagine your senses as musicians in an orchestra. Each plays its own instrument, each has its own melody, yet together they produce harmony. A gentle wind brushing your skin is like a flute. The sunlight filtering through leaves is a violin. The distant chirp of a bird is a soft piano. Your heartbeat provides the steady rhythm of the percussion. Each signal is distinct, yet each blends into a unified experience. The brain is the conductor. It receives, organizes, prioritizes, and integrates. It decides which signals need attention, which are background, and which create meaning. Without this integration, the symphony would be chaotic. With it, the world is coherent, immersive, and astonishing. Notice how certain senses enhance others. Smell intensifies taste. Sight guides touch. Balance informs motion. Sound can heighten awareness of space. Interoception colors perception with emotional context. Your experience of the world is never a single channel. It is a multi-dimensional, interconnected flow. Take another deep breath and reflect on this subtle interplay. Think of a simple walk along a forest path. Your eyes take in the greenery, Your ears hear the crunch of leaves. Your skin feels the breeze. The scent of pine drifts to your nose. Your tongue tastes the faint freshness of air, and your body instinctively balances each step, even your internal organs. Your heartbeat and your temperature adjust in concert. Each sense is part of a conversation, responding to the others, creating an immersive, embodied experience. This integration is not only functional, it is poetic. It allows you to feel awe at a sunset, joy in music, comfort in a loved one's touch, delight in food, wonder in the whisper of wind. The symphony of senses transforms raw data into lived experience, connecting body, mind, and environment in seamless, continuous dialogue. Take a soft breath and notice the space around you. The combination of subtle details, the temperature of the room, the weight of your body, the faint ambient sounds, the light playing on surfaces. Feel how these sensations merge to create your experience of this very moment. Your awareness is alive, present, whole. Your senses also guide learning. When you explore a new environment, each sense contributes to understanding. Sight identifies landmarks, sound warns or delights, touch confirms texture, smell hints at the environment, taste provides nourishment, balance ensures motion, interoception informs readiness, temperature cues guide comfort. The brain blends all these threads into knowledge, into familiarity, into memory, into life. Now take another deep breath and imagine the symphony gently fading to a quiet, harmonious hum. The interplay of senses continues beneath awareness, shaping your perception of reality, guiding your actions, and creating the profound, subtle beauty of being alive. As this chapter draws to a close, rest in the realization that your senses are never isolated. They are partners in a lifelong dance, a quiet symphony that continuously orchestrates your interaction with the world. In the next chapter, we will explore how the brain itself interprets, filters, and enhances this sensory symphony, revealing the incredible processing power that turns sensation into perception and perception into consciousness. Breathe gently, rest fully, and let the symphony of your senses resonate softly with 14. The Maestro of Perception. How the brain orchestrates your senses. Take a slow, deep breath, letting it fill your chest and expand through your body, and exhale softly, releasing tension, allowing your awareness to settle. Tonight, we step into the quiet powerhouse behind your entire sensory world, the brain. Every sight you see, every sound you hear, every scent you perceive, every touch you feel, all are interpreted, integrated, and transformed by this extraordinary organ. It is the maestro of your sensory symphony, guiding harmony from a multitude of signals. Imagine a darkened room. In the corner, a candle flickers. You see the light, hear its soft crackle, feel the faint warmth, maybe even smell the subtle scent of melted wax. Each sensation travels separately from the environment, each a different note, but your brain receives them, interprets them, and blends them into a single coherent experience. You do not consciously think about this process. It unfolds naturally, effortlessly. Your brain is an incredible network of billions of neurons, constantly communicating through electric and chemical signals. Sensory information arrives at different regions. The visual cortex processes light and color. The auditory cortex interprets sound waves. The olfactory bulb handles smell, and the gustatory cortex decodes taste. But no sense operates alone. Your brain constantly cross-references inputs, comparing, contrasting, and integrating to create a cohesive perception of the world. Take another soft, mindful breath and picture this integration like a grand concert. Each sensory input is an instrument, each neuron a musician, and the brain itself is the conductor, guiding timing, emphasis, and harmony. A fleeting sound of rustling leaves cues visual attention. A hint of floral scent triggers memory. A warm breeze shifts your posture slightly, balancing instinctively. Every signal interacts, creating a living, dynamic experience. The brain does more than integrate, it filters. Imagine sitting in a busy cafe, clanging dishes, murmured conversation, the hum of machines. Your brain filters most of this out, allowing you to focus on the flavor of your coffee, the face of a friend, the warmth of sunlight on your skin. This filtering is essential. Without it, the symphony of sensation would overwhelm, fragmenting awareness rather than creating harmony. Take a quiet breath and reflect on how your brain predicts. Even before your eyes see, your mind anticipates movement. Even before your hand touches, it predicts texture. The brain constantly compares incoming sensory data with stored memories and expectations, smoothing perception, filling gaps, enhancing efficiency, and sometimes even creating illusions of reality that feel perfectly true. Your senses are not only processed, they are enhanced. Subtle cues are amplified, details emphasized, and patterns extracted. Consider the experience of listening to music. Your auditory cortex interprets tones and rhythms, but your emotional and memory centers imbue them with meaning. Nostalgia, seeing a sunset, is not merely photoreceptors firing, it is an interplay of color, depth, emotion, and personal history. Take a slow, reflective breath and imagine the quiet coordination behind movement. Proprioception tells your brain where each limb is. The vestibular system monitors balance. Interoception whispers internal cues. Your brain integrates these with sight, sound, and touch, allowing you to walk, reach, or dance effortlessly. Each step, each motion is a symphony of coordination, prediction, and adjustment. Even the passage of time is orchestrated. The brain links sensory input with memory, creating continuity. Without it, the world would appear as disconnected moments rather than flowing experience. This is why a single sensory cue, a familiar scent, a soft melody, a gentle touch can trigger vivid memory, transporting you to another place, another moment, with astonishing clarity. Take another long, calm breath. Feel the incredible capacity of your brain to integrate, to filter, to enhance, to predict, and to create a seamless experience from the vast array of sensory inputs it receives every second. The brain also nurtures curiosity. Each sensory experience can inspire exploration, learning, and wonder. A sound invites investigation, a scent evokes memory, a touch sparks attention. Your brain transforms passive reception into active engagement, guiding awareness and discovery in the quiet, subtle flow of everyday life. Now gently rest your awareness on the idea that every moment of perception is a masterpiece, a silent orchestration happening inside your head, merging signals, shaping reality, and creating consciousness itself. Your brain is always listening, always integrating, always composing the symphony of your experience. As this chapter comes to a close, take one more slow, deep breath, letting the awareness of your brain's quiet orchestration settle with. Feel gratitude for the invisible conductor guiding your senses, emotions, and actions. In the next chapter, we will explore the profound ways your senses influence memory, emotion, and imagination, the way your body and brain co-create the inner stories that define your experience of life. Breathe softly, rest deeply, and allow the maestro of perception to continue conducting its subtle, extraordinary symphony. 15. Memory, emotion, and imagination, how senses shape your inner world. Take a slow, gentle breath, letting it fill your chest, expand through your body, and exhale softly, releasing tension. Tonight, we journey into the profound interplay between your senses and the inner landscape of your mind. Sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, balance, temperature, and interoception do more than inform you. They shape memory, evoke emotion, and spark imagination. They are the threads that weave the tapestry of your inner world. Imagine sitting beside a quiet river at dawn. The sunlight glimmers on the surface, a soft breeze brushes your skin, and the scent of damp earth drifts into your awareness. You hear a distant bird call, feel the coolness beneath your feet, and notice your heartbeat slowing with calm. Each sensory input triggers not only perception, but emotion. You feel peace, you feel presence, you feel alive. Your senses are intimately linked to memory. The olfactory system, in particular, has a direct pathway to the hippocampus and amygdala, the regions of the brain responsible for memory and emotion. This is why a single scent like fresh rain or a favorite spice can instantly transport you to a distant moment in your past. Smell has the power to evoke memories more vividly than words or images ever could. Take another slow breath and imagine recalling a favorite meal from your childhood. The taste and smell rise vividly in your mind. The texture, the warmth, the subtle seasoning. You can almost feel the plate in your hands, the comfort of the surroundings, the emotions of that time. This is not imagination alone. It is your senses communicating with memory, weaving experience into rich, vivid recollection. Sound has a similar power. A familiar song, a melody heard years ago, can stir emotions long forgotten. Your auditory cortex and emotional centers interact, linking tone, rhythm, and resonance to personal significance. Music, whispers, the gentle hum of life, all carry emotional weight and can shape your internal state in profound ways. Sight and vision also anchor memory and imagination. The visual cortex works with the hippocampus to encode experiences into vivid imagery. Colors, light, shadow, and motion are stored not as isolated data, but as part of emotional and sensory context. A simple glance at a sunset or a familiar place can awaken both past experience and present reflection simultaneously. Take a deep, mindful breath and notice how touch can evoke memory. The softness of fabric, the warmth of a hand, the coolness of water, all carry subtle reminders of past experience. Touch engages both the somatosensory cortex and limbic system, linking physical sensation to emotion and memory in ways that are immediate and profound. Even taste and temperature engage memory and emotion. Sweetness may bring comfort. A spicy flavor may spark excitement. Warmth can evoke security. Coolness can refresh and invigorate. Your body's responses are shaped by countless prior experiences, creating a rich dialogue between the external world and internal life. Balance and proprioception, too, influence emotional and imaginative states. The sense of groundedness or unsteadiness affects confidence, focus, and mood. Interoception, the quiet whispers of internal signals, connects body to mind, revealing hunger, fatigue, stress, or calm, and giving you the opportunity to respond intuitively. Take another long, slow breath and let yourself imagine the creative power of these sensory inputs. Close your eyes and picture a forest, the smell of pine, the crunch of leaves underfoot, the warmth of sun through the canopy, the distant rush of water, the vivid green around you. Your senses merge seamlessly, building not only perception but an imaginative, emotional landscape. This is how the mind transforms sensation into lived experience, memory, and creativity. Your senses also guide empathy and social connection. The tone of a voice conveys subtle emotional nuance. A gesture communicates care or concern. Shared tastes and scents evoke communal experiences. The body interprets these signals, and the brain integrates them, shaping emotion, understanding, and imaginations. Take a moment now to breathe gently and reflect on how your senses have shaped your own inner world today. Every perception, every subtle input has influenced memory, guided emotion, and sparked imagination, creating the continuous, flowing story of your life. As this chapter draws to a close, rest in the awareness that your senses are far more than tools for navigation. They are artists, storytellers, and emotional guides, shaping your mind and heart in every moment. In the next chapter, we will explore the extraordinary way your senses adapt and change over time, neuroplasticity, and sensory learning, revealing the remarkable flexibility and resilience of your body and brain. Breathe softly, rest fully, and let your inner world flourish in the gentle harmony of sensory experience. 16. The living canvas, how your senses adapt and evolve. Take a slow, deep breath. Let it drift gently through your chest into every limb and exhale softly, releasing tension. Tonight, we explore one of the most extraordinary aspects of your sensory world, its ability to change, adapt, and evolve. Your senses are not fixed. They are living, dynamic systems, capable of learning, adjusting, and reshaping themselves in response to experience. This is the miracle of neuroplasticity and sensory adaptation. Imagine walking barefoot on a sandy beach for the first time. The grains feel unfamiliar under your feet. Tiny muscles and nerves respond with surprise. With each step, your body learns, adjusting pressure, balancing weight, refining sensation. Over time, these sensations become second nature. Your nervous system adapts, your perception sharpens. This is sensory learning in action, a subtle, continuous process that tunes your body to the world around it. Your senses evolve not only through experience, but also through necessity. When one sense diminishes, others often compensate. Someone who loses their sight may develop heightened hearing, touch, or smell. The brain reorganizes itself, redirecting neural resources to enhance remaining senses. This remarkable adaptability demonstrates the flexibility and resilience of both body and mind. Take another slow breath and imagine the experience of tasting a new cuisine. At first, flavors may seem strange or overwhelming, yet with repeated exposure, your palate adapts, your taste buds and neural pathways refine, and what once seemed unusual becomes familiar and enjoyable. The same principle applies to every sense: vision, hear, touch, balance, smell, temperature, and interoception. Each can learn, adjust, and improve with experience. Consider how musicians develop acute auditory sensitivity. Through practice, their ears distinguish subtle variations in tone and rhythm that might go unnoticed by others. The brain's auditory cortex becomes finely attuned, highlighting the adaptability of sensory processing. Similarly, artists train their eyes to see nuances of color and form. Dancers refine their balance and proprioception. Chefs heighten taste and smell. All of these changes are the result of intentional or repeated engagement, shaping the living canvas of sensation. Your body also adapts to environmental conditions. Warm climates can make temperature receptors more sensitive to heat. Cold climates can enhance awareness of chill. Walking barefoot frequently improves tactile sensitivity in the feet. Even the internal senses, interoception, can become more acute through practices like mindfulness, meditation, or body awareness exercises. Take a slow, reflective breath and consider the subtle ways your senses adapt daily. Perhaps you notice scents more strongly in certain seasons. Perhaps music affects your mood differently depending on your state. Perhaps repeated movements feel smoother and more natural over time. These adaptations are evidence of your nervous system's ongoing dialogue with the world, a quiet conversation of adjustment, learning, and refinement. The brain itself is central to this adaptability. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize and rewire itself, allows for recovery after injury, enhancement through practice, and refinement through experience. Neurons form new connections, strengthen existing pathways, and prune unused ones, optimizing perception and function. Every sensory experience leaves a trace, subtly shaping the map of your brain and the way you inhabit the world. Take a moment now. Close your eyes and imagine the flexibility of your senses. Picture your eyes refining focus in dim light. Picture your ears tuning into soft sounds. Feel your skin adjusting to warmth or coolness. Sense the delicate calibration of balance as you shift slightly. Imagine your body learning, responding, and evolving with each breath and each moment. Your senses are not merely static tools, they are living instruments capable of growth, refinement, and transformation. With attention, practice, and presence, you can enhance awareness, deepen perception, and even reimagine the way you experience the world. As this chapter draws to a close, take one last slow, deep breath. Let the awareness of your senses' adaptability settle softly within you. Recognize the extraordinary flexibility of your body and brain, and rest in the quiet marvel of being alive, present, and ever evolving. In the next chapter, we will explore the mysterious and enchanting realm of synesthesia, the blending of senses, and how sometimes the boundaries of perception can dissolve into wonder. Breathe gently, rest fully, and let your senses continue their quiet, transformative dance. 17. When senses dance together. The enchantment of synesthesia. Take a slow, deep breath, let it flow gently through your body, and exhale softly, releasing tension and allowing your mind to open. Tonight, we explore a phenomenon, both mysterious and magical, where the ordinary boundaries of perception blur and senses intertwine in extraordinary ways. This is synesthesia, a condition in which one sense can evoke the experience of another, creating a symphony of sensation unlike anything else. Imagine hearing a soft piano note and seeing a swirl of color dancing before your eyes, or tasting a lemon and perceiving a bright flash of yellow as if your tongue paints the world. For those with synesthesia, this is not imagination, it is perception. The senses are linked in ways that feel natural, fluid, and often wondrous. Take another slow breath and imagine the mind as a vast landscape where sensory pathways sometimes overlap, intertwining like streams, merging into a river. For most people, each sense flows along its own channel, quietly interacting but largely separate. In synesthesia, these channels converge, creating unexpected connections, amplifying experience, and transforming the way the world is perceived. One common form is grapheme color synesthesia, where letters or numbers evoke specific colors. The letter A might always appear red, S might shimmer green. Another form is chromesthesia, where sounds evoke colors, shapes, or even textures. Music becomes a painting, a symphony of hues unfolding in real time. Taste might trigger visual or tactile sensations. These experiences vary widely, yet all share a common thread: the blending of senses into a rich, multi-sensory tapestry. Take a moment to breathe slowly and imagine perceiving the world in such a way, hearing the wind rustle leaves and seeing golden trails ripple in the air, feeling the texture of silk while hearing a melody that resonates with the same sensation. The world becomes layered, dynamic, and profoundly interconnected. Synesthesia illustrates the brain's remarkable capacity for cross communication. Neural pathways that typically operate separately sometimes form additional connections, allowing one sensory signal to activate regions associated with another sense. This blending is not a dysfunction, it is a natural variation of perception, a reminder of the brain's flexibility and the extraordinary richness of sensory experience. Think of how this can enhance creativity and memory. Synesthetes often report that these cross sensory experiences make recall more vivid, associations more immediate, and artistic expression more fluid. Imagine writing a poem while seeing colors dance with each word, or composing music while tasting its flavors and feeling its texture. Every perception becomes multidimensional, every experience layered with depth. Take another deep breath and consider your own sensory interactions. While you may not experience synesthesia naturally, your senses still interact subtly. Smell enhances taste. Sight guides touch. Music influences emotion. Balance informs movement. Even in everyday life, your brain orchestrates a quiet fusion of senses that shapes your awareness in ways often unnoticed. Synesthesia simply magnifies and externalizes what is always present in subtle form. Now imagine closing your eyes and letting your imagination gently intertwine senses. Picture a sunset, not only seen with your eyes but heard as a soft melody, felt as warmth on your skin, scented with the faint aroma of flowers. Let this imagined fusion awaken curiosity and wonder, a meditation on the boundless creativity of the human mind. As this chapter draws to a close, rest in the awareness that your senses are not rigid, separate entities. They are fluid, dynamic, and capable of extraordinary interconnection. Synesthesia reminds us of the limitless potential of perception, the magic inherent in the human brain, and the beauty of experiencing the world in profoundly rich, unexpected ways. In the next chapter, we will explore the subtle ways our senses interact with technology and the modern world, and how digital experiences can expand, enhance, or challenge our natural sensory perception. Breathe gently, rest fully, and let the senses dance quietly within, weaving their unseen connections into the tapestry of your awareness. 18. Senses in the modern world. How technology shapes perception. Take a slow, deep breath. Let it drift gently through your chest and into your limbs, and exhale softly, releasing any tension. Tonight, we explore a fascinating realm where the senses meet the modern world, where technology, screens, sounds, and digital experiences interact with your natural perception, subtly shaping the way you see, hear, touch, and even think. Imagine holding a smartphone or tablet in your hands. Your eyes follow the bright screen. Your fingers glide across its smooth surface. Your ears pick up notification tones. Each sense is active, alert, and engaged. Technology delivers information, entertainment, and connection, but it also teaches your brain to process new types of sensory input. Take another soft breath and picture how your senses adapt. The eyes adjust to artificial light and pixelated images. Fingers learn precise, delicate movements on glass surfaces. Ears become attuned to compressed audio, electronic tones, and the subtle hum of digital devices. Your brain recalibrates constantly, learning new ways to integrate these inputs into coherent experience. Technology also shapes attention. Bright colors, flashing notifications, and high contrast visuals can capture focus immediately, teaching the brain to respond quickly to stimuli. Sounds, ringtones, alerts, vibrations prime your attention in ways that mimic natural sensory warning systems. Over time, your sensory processing adjusts, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically, to the rhythms of the digital environment. Take a slow breath and imagine listening to a surround sound headphone experience. The brain interprets depth, distance, direction, and tone, creating a virtual space that feels tangible, immersive, and real. Even though the environment is artificial, your senses respond as if it were genuine. This demonstrates the brain's extraordinary flexibility and its ability to interpret sensory cues in novel contexts. Touch and proprioception are also affected by technology. Typing, scrolling, swiping, tapping. These motions, repeated daily, fine tune your sense of touch and hand eye coordination. Gaming, virtual reality, and haptic feedback devices engage these senses even more deeply, creating experiences that blur the lines between physical and virtual perception. Take another breath and notice how smell and taste are influenced indirectly. The sight and sound of food and media can evoke cravings. Virtual experiences can trigger imagined sensations, activating neural pathways associated with actual taste or aroma. Even your inner senses, balance, interoception, and temperature awareness can be subtly engaged in immersive simulations, virtual reality environments, or motion based games. Technology also challenges the senses. Prolonged screen exposure can strain vision. Artificial light can disrupt circadian rhythms. Constant notifications can fragment attention. The modern sensory environment is richer, faster, and often more artificial than nature, requiring the brain to adapt, filter, and prioritize more than ever before. Take a quiet, reflective breath and imagine a balance between technology and the natural world. Picture yourself outside, feeling the texture of grass, hearing birdsong, smelling flowers, tasting fresh air, and moving with grace. Notice how your senses shift between the digital and natural environments, adapting effortlessly to each context. This adaptability is a reminder of the remarkable resilience and flexibility of human perception. Now take a slow inhale and imagine the potential for future technology to enhance your senses. Haptic suits, virtual reality, augmented reality, and sensory enhancing devices may expand perception, blending sight, sound, touch, and even smell in ways previously unimaginable. Technology becomes a bridge, extending the natural orchestra of your senses into new realms of experience. As this chapter comes to a close, rest in the awareness that your senses are both ancient and evolving. They respond to natural environments and technological landscapes, continuously adapting, learning, and integrating. The modern world challenges perception, but also offers opportunities for deeper awareness, immersive exploration, and enriched experience. In the next chapter, we will explore the remarkable role of attention and mindfulness in shaping how you experience your senses, teaching you to engage fully and intentionally with the world around you. Breathe softly, rest deeply, and let your senses continue their quiet, adaptive dance, harmonizing nature, technology, and awareness. 19. Mindful perception, the power of attention and awareness. Take a slow, deep breath Let it fill your chest and expand gently through your body, and exhale softly, releasing tension and settling into stillness. Tonight, we explore the quiet yet profound power of attention and mindfulness, how consciously tuning into your senses can transform not only what you perceive, but how you feel, think, and experience the world. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, eyes closed, listening to the subtle sounds around you, the gentle hum of air, the distant rustle of leaves, the soft rhythm of your own breath. Each sound, each sensation becomes a point of focus. When you pay attention, you awaken senses that often drift unnoticed, revealing layers of experience previously hidden in ordinary moments. Mindfulness is the art of directing awareness, observing sensations without judgment, and immersing fully in the present. Your senses are the bridge between the outer world and your inner experience. By practicing mindful perception, you can deepen your connection to both, noticing textures, sounds, aromas, and movements with a clarity that is both calming and illuminating. Take another soft breath and bring attention to touch. Feel the gentle pressure of your body against the surface beneath you. Notice the texture of your clothing, the temperature of the air on your skin, the subtle movements of your muscles as you sit or lie still. Each sensation carries information, not just about the environment, but about your own body, your comfort, and your inner state. Now shift attention to hearing. Listen carefully to the layers of sound around you, the distant hum of life, the faint creaks of a building, the rhythm of your heartbeat. By focusing on these sounds without labeling them as pleasant or unpleasant, you train your mind to perceive deeply, cultivating calm, clarity, and presence. Your sense of sight can also be enhanced through mindful observation, even with eyes closed. Visual memories and light impressions can become vivid. Open your eyes slowly and notice subtle details often overlooked. The way light plays across surfaces, the gentle sway of leaves in the wind, the depth of color and shadow around you. Attention allows perception to become immersive, intentional, and rich. Take a gentle, reflective breath and imagine tuning into smell and taste, the aroma of your surroundings, the lingering scent of a meal, or the faint freshness of air. Taste is not only experienced on the tongue, it emerges from the interplay of smell, texture, and temperature. Mindful attention transforms these ordinary sensations into deeply satisfying experiences, awakening gratitude for the richness of life. Balance, proprioception, and interoception also respond beautifully to mindful awareness, feeling the subtle weight of your body, the alignment of your limbs, the internal rhythm of your heartbeat and breathing. These are sensations often overlooked but powerful. Attending to them cultivates a sense of grounding, stability, and presence. Take another slow breath and reflect on the way mindfulness changes perception. When attention is directed intentionally, the brain integrates sensory input more effectively, emotional responses are modulated, and cognitive clarity emerges. The symphony of your senses, always present, becomes more harmonious, more vivid, and more meaningful. Imagine walking slowly in nature. Feel the textures under your feet, the warmth or coolness of the air, the scents carried by the breeze, the chorus of sounds from leaves, water, and distant life. Notice how each step, each breath, each glance becomes richer when observed fully. Mindfulness transforms perception into an immersive, living experience. As this chapter draws to a close, rest in the awareness that attention is a gift you can give yourself. Through mindful observation, you awaken senses often dormant, deepen connection to your environment and body, and discover beauty in moments that would otherwise drift unnoticed. Your senses, coupled with mindful awareness, become a gateway to calm, presence, and wonder. In the final chapter, we will gently reflect on the journey of your senses, integrating all that you have discovered tonight and leaving you with a deep sense of calm, gratitude, and immersive presence in your body and the world around you. Breathe softly, rest fully, and let mindful attention guide your senses into quiet harmony. To the gentle integration, a reflection on the symphony of your senses. Take a long, slow breath. Let it flow gently through your chest, arms, and legs, and exhale softly, releasing any lingering tension. Tonight, we arrive at the quiet culmination of our journey, a gentle reflection on the symphony of your senses, the invisible orchestra that guides, informs, and enriches your every experience. Imagine your body as a living, breathing instrument. Each sense, sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, balance, temperature, and interoception, plays its own melody. Some are soft and subtle, some bright and expressive. Alone, each is beautiful. Together, they create harmony, rhythm, and a sense of being fully present in the world. Take another calm breath and recall the path we have traveled. We began by noticing the quiet compass of balance and proprioception. We explored warmth and coolness, the internal whispers of interoception, and the intricate ways the brain integrates and enhances perception. We discovered memory, emotion, and imagination as extensions of our senses, and the wondrous flexibility of adaptation and synesthesia. Finally, we reflected on how modern life and mindful attention shape the rich interplay of sensation in every moment. Now, settle into your body and let awareness flow through every limb, every organ, every neuron. Feel your heartbeat, gentle and steady. Sense the rise and fall of your breath. Notice the subtle temperature of your skin, the pressure of your body against the surface beneath you, the faint vibration of life in the air around you. Every signal, every whisper, every sensation contributes to the story of this moment. Take a soft breath and imagine your senses as threads woven together, creating a tapestry of experience. When one thread shifts like a cool breeze, a gentle sound, or the faint scent of flowers, it subtly alters the whole picture. Each sensation is both distinct and interdependent, part of a living, dynamic network that shapes your perception, your mind, and your emotional world. Reflect now on the quiet wonder of being alive in this body. To feel, to see, to hear, to smell, to taste, to move, to sense inner rhythms, all are gifts, often overlooked, but always present. Your senses are not mere tools, they are teachers, guides, and companions on this journey through life. They remind you that you are alive here and fully capable of experiencing beauty, wonder, and presence in every moment. Take one more slow, deep breath and let gratitude flow through your awareness. Thank your senses for the messages they deliver, for the guidance they provide, and for the richness they bring to your life. Let your body rest in the knowledge that this symphony is always playing, always present, always ready to awaken awareness, curiosity as you exhale softly. Imagine the symphony of your senses settling into quiet harmony. Feel the peace of integration, the gentle awareness of presence, and the profound connection between body, mind, and world. Thank you for joining me on this journey tonight. May your senses continue to guide you, inspire wonder, and cultivate calm long after this moment has passed. Breathe gently, rest fully, and let the quiet symphony of your senses carry you softly into the night. Hello, guys. Thank you for being here and for exploring the world of sensation with me. Until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and keep listening to the gentle music of your senses.